or shut up.
Yo, what is up, AD team? Austin Dunham back again with another video. So just a few weeks ago, I made a video called the worst calisthenics exercises for aesthetics, and in this video I'm gonna tell you the best calisthenics exercise for aesthetics. Okay, so right here I'm gonna play a clip of me back when I was solely doing calisthenics and I wasn't worried about aesthetics, and as you can tell, I lacked a lot of those muscle groups that really made the physique pop. Now, if I would have known these exercises that I'm about to tell you, my physique would have been a whole lot better alongside with having that calisthenics strength. So if you're a beginner or intermediate in your journey, really start implementing these exercises in your routine. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. The first exercise is the decline push-up. Now, the reason we're doing this is to target the upper chest. The upper chest is very, very heavily neglected in a lot of calisthenics exercises, and for that reason, you'll start to build an unbalanced type of chest, and especially if you're lower chest heavy like me, it will start to look bad after a while, especially if you're starting to get really good at your planche push-ups and your planche progressions. Your lower chest is going to get huge. Now, what makes an aesthetic physique or an attractive physique is that upper chest popping out like a shelf. So what you want to do is really do those decline push-ups to target the upper chest even more, alongside with doing the other stuff that you're doing in regards to your lower chest. Exercise number 2, I cannot leave this out, pull-ups, specifically wide pull-ups. Wide pull-ups are what really, I feel like, grew my wings back when the early days when I was first starting out doing my pull-ups and getting really good at them. And if you can't do wide pull-ups, then the second best option would be the chin-up. Point is, you can't neglect the pull-up, and the pull-up is always in the top 3 exercises of anything I will ever mention ever, just because of how good it is when it comes to building your bodyweight strength, but also getting that V-taper type of physique that will really make your lats pop out. Even me myself, I think one of my best body parts on me is my back, and how I do have those wide laps and the narrow waist and the V-taper, and I owe it all to my pull-up variations. And like I said, if I had to pick one just to do forever, it would be wide pull-ups. And then of course I would add weight to myself or use a weight vest or something like that. Now guys, we're on the topic of calisthenics. Real quick, I want to show you one of my favorite calisthenics headphones that you can wear while you're doing your training, and that is the Jaybird Vista. As you see right here, there are portable earbuds, and I've been using them for quite some time now. You've probably seen it in my Instagram or in my workout videos. But the reason why I love the Jaybird Vista is because when we are doing our calisthenics exercises like these push-ups, these handstand push-ups, these pull-ups, or even running, jump roping, whatever you may do, they are made for exercises just like that because they stay in your ear, and also the sound quality and durability is amazing. Not to mention with the Vista 2, some of my favorite new features include the surround sense capability, which means that you can essentially hear what's around you while you're working out. So if you have a workout partner, you can casually engage in the conversation while still listening to your music. But if you train by yourself too, you can also use the active noise canceling feature through the Jaybird app, which also features EQ customization and other stuff like that. So I feel like Jaybird represents the headphone in the top tier headphone or earbud for us calisthenics athletes out there. If you want a great gift for yourself or even for somebody else, definitely use the link down below in the description. Use my code Austin for 10% off. Now let's get back into the exercises. So before I mentioned one of the worst exercises for aesthetics regarding calisthenics was a front lever row or front lever rowing variation. And that is because of all the instability you get with it, the lack of range of motion, you're pulling to the middle of your body, etc., etc. But there is a horizontal row that I feel like is pretty good for aesthetics, and that is simply the Australian row. The Australian row is a beginner exercise that a lot of people do when they first start off calisthenics, but little did you know, if you keep doing it and kind of change up the leverage by putting your feet on something, or even add in a weight plate on your chest, you can actually increase the intensity and the load with the exercise, which will provide a greater stimulus for muscle growth that is better than a front lever row or a tuck front lever row or something like that. So even me myself, I still include Australian rows here and there when I'm not doing my hybrid training. So if you're doing that, definitely don't forget to put that in your pull day routine. Now, I can't forget about legs. If you want some leg growth with calisthenics, my favorite exercise of all time to induce that is the assisted pistol squat, which is kind of an advanced exercise which will require a little bit of mobility and practice to get the movement down. But like I said, use the assistance to help provide, you know, that range of motion and doing the movement all together. But if you can't do that or you don't like it, the next best option, in my opinion, will be the sissy squat. The sissy squat is highly underrated leg exercise that really isn't that popular. But even me myself, I like to superset the sissy squat with other movements in the gym. For example, a leg extension. Sometimes I'll go to the side right after and do a set of sissy squats just to further target my quad muscle and that teardrop in the quad too. So if you're looking for leg growth, assisted pistol squat and or the sissy squat. Keep in mind, we're still talking about body weight only. So those were the top exercises for an aesthetic body, not necessarily a strong body, but aesthetics. Keep in mind, we must understand what aesthetics mean. The V-taper look, the big upper chest, the wide back, stuff like that. So if you enjoyed this video, subscribe, like the video. Don't forget to check out all the links down below, including my workout programs and the Jaybird Vista 2s for 10% off using my code. I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace.